Good evening and welcome to another episode of Dissect. I go by the name of Novelist, and I would say I'm writing solo, but I'm writing and I have a guest with me. She's not the co-host, but I got the special guest with me tonight. Gotta apologize for being late tonight. Long story, it's snowing in Canada, or should I say in Toronto, finally. Yes, I said finally because I actually do want to see snow in the wintertime and get it out of the way so I could enjoy my summer and, nothing funny happens. But I'm sitting here with a beautiful guest and she go by the name of Miss Jônelle.
Yes,
What's going on, girl?
I'm just here. I'm chilling.
Nice. Welcome,
Happy
welcome.
New Year.
Yeah, Happy New Year. Welcome to the lovely, beautiful, snowy city of Toronto.
Well, this is where I'm from, so I'm quite used to this.
So you don't have a problem with the
I
snow
have
right
a
now?
huge problem, but I guess I would say the anger that I would feel usually is
Right.
kind of
It's
like I put it in the
suppressed.
past. Yeah.
That's what's up. So how was your, the New Year, the holidays in general for you?
Um, the holidays, yeah. So Christmas was pretty good. I
Yeah.
just spent it with my sister and my friends.
Okay.
Something small, but it was still pretty nice and intimate.
Right.
And then I spent my New Year's traveling here.
Nice.
Yeah. So
Nice. How was that?
yeah, it was a good flight. It
Yeah.
was a good flight.
Not
It was
hectic.
it was well, transitioning is always uncomfortable. So
Thanks.
I had a lot of things on my mind that I was thinking about.
Right.
Yeah. So but it was a good flight.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's good. So tell us a little bit more about Jônelle. We know you're from the city, but I don't think you live in the city, right?
No, I was living in Vancouver, but I'll be in Toronto for a while.
Okay.
Yeah.
So tell us a little bit more about yourself, like what part of the city were you born, why music, how music got involved in your life.
So I am from Brampton,
Right.
and I have always been into music. I started classically with learning how to play the trumpet,
Nice.
being in my school's jazz band and choir.
Mhm.
I also started singing in church from very young.
Right.
Um, and then I also at the same time I was also doing track and field.
Okay.
But once I decided to retire from the sport,
Hmm.
I started to pursue music as a career,
Right.
and that was in
Good.
2019.
Yeah. What was the first genre you took out? Was it for what you're singing now, or were you
Reggae.
just reggae?
Yeah.
All right. And it's just reggae for now.
It's not just reggae. I feel like when I hear my music, it's hard for me to distinguish it
What
as
is it?
just reggae.
Right. Mhm.
However, people want you to label yourself.
Facts.
So as much as I don't want to give myself just one label,
Mm-hmm.
I have chosen to just call
Still
myself a
reggae for
reggae
now.
singer.
For now, anyway.
So yeah, you guys got me, you
Right.
guys made me do it. I'm a reggae singer.
Right.
I can't just choose. I have to just choose one. I can't be.
Well, we could just
At least for the time being, I think it'll be good for myself to
Right.
focus on one particular genre,
Right.
and then when I built a fan base, I
Comfortable,
can,
spread out.
Yeah. Spread
So
out.
I'm pretty well. You said you started classical, so I'm pretty sure you could do way more than reggae.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
Right.
Because I also grew up in Brampton.
Right.
I didn't grow up in Jamaica.
Yeah.
You know what I'm
Yeah.
saying? I grew up in Brampton, so I heard a bunch of different cultures and a bunch of different types of music.
Right.
And so that's where my influence comes from. But I also do appreciate, learning how to read music and being classically trained. I really appreciate that. So I want to be able to combine all of my skills.
Right.
But I think for the time being, I'll just call
Okay.
myself a reggae singer.
I would just put it as an artist.
Yeah, I'm an artist, exactly,
just an
right?
Artist, right? Because
Right.
then you paint a bigger picture that
Yeah,
way too, right?
yeah.
So do you still play the trumpet? Do you play any other instrument?
I do, but I left my trumpet in Vancouver.
Okay.
So.
So does that help you like production wise, or
So yes, it can. However, I need to get back into the swing of it.
right?
But I can play and I do play. So
Okay.
yeah.
Nice,
Yeah.
nice. Just sitting here listening to you, and of course I listen to your stuff. And that's why, like, I was going to say it, but then you mentioned it, your influence,
Yeah.
right? So when you said that, they label you as reggae,
Yeah.
but you could do way more.
Yeah.
I was really gonna say it
100%.
has to be like the influence, because I mean we do live in a multicultural city,
Yeah.
right?
100%.
And I don't think we have, for artists that grows up here, I don't think we have like a pure breed hip hop artist or pure breed
Yeah. There's
reggae
always some
artist.
sort of fusion.
Yeah,
But like my dad was listening to the reggae and the dancehall.
right,
That's where my heart was, my love was.
right,
So I loved to spend time with my dad and listen to the reggae and the dancehall. However, I spent a lot of time with my uncles who listened to mostly like hip hop and rap, and
right.
like that's how I got to know Jay Z.
Mm.
My uncle was in love with Sade, so I
Right.
got to hear
Okay.
some Sade. And then on my own, I discovered Chronics, I discovered Jasmine Sullivan, Lauryn Hill.
Okay.
So I feel like I have influence from everywhere, and then I have
Right.
a sister who listens to Fleetwood Mac. So
Okay.
no,
Yeah,
I have influence
everywhere,
everywhere.
literally, right?
Yeah.
Wow. But what influenced you when you're writing though? Like, what inspires you when you're writing, or are you one of the type of people that
I
just goes with everything around
I
you?
definitely go with the flow, but what would inspire me the most is life. I
Right.
go through things and I talk about it. Otherwise, I would be just making music just to come up with content, and then you just start talking about foolishness. So I want to make sure that I keep my craft as something that I'm truly proud of.
Right.
And so I just go with the flow, and when inspiration comes, it comes. I'm not going to force it. But sometimes, like, if I have something that I really want to finish,
Right.
I always find a way to get inspired and get it done. I'll go for a walk. Walking is a way that I've like encouraged inspiration to come
Right.
into my life.
Right.
Walking is definitely one of the ways I do that.
Right.
And just being outside in nature,
Yeah.
that's where I draw my inspiration. Sometimes there are some things that I've gone through that are in like the back of my mind that when I go for a walk or I'm meditating or I'm in nature, it brings it back to the forefront of my mind, and I'm like, okay, I can write a song about this.
Right.
And along with the memories, the feelings come, and then the words they come.
And that's where you get some of your best
Yeah,
material, right? 'Cause
exactly.
it's actually reality.
It's
right?
real.
Nice. So, what does your dad get involved in music at all, or
No.
did he? No.
No. It's just me, myself, and I.
Nice.
Yeah.
But what was some of the influences that he played around you? Like you said, he played reggae and.
Yeah, just for the most part, he would always buy like those reggae gold mixtapes, and he would buy like the DJ Kenny, all those guys, all those mixtapes that you could buy from like Nice's or whoever's selling CDs outside.
The convenience stores.
Yeah, right.
Yeah.
So he would have a lot of those CDs. Remember back in the day when you would flip through the CD
Oh
album?
yeah. Wow. Yeah.
Yeah. So that was my dad. My dad was that guy. My uncle was that guy too, but my uncle had like more of a hip hop.
Right. Okay.
Like selection.
Yeah. Okay. And are they supportive of what you do?
My uncle is very supportive of my music. My uncle is actually a part of my team. So
okay.
Yeah.
That's what's up. Keep it in the family.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
So how long have you been singing professionally?
I feel like okay, well, the honest part of me wants to say I've been a professional a long time ago.
Right.
As a kid growing up in church. Right. You know what I'm saying? There are a lot of things that I've learned through the church that I could not have learned unless I have taken like a professional class. Right. You know what I'm saying? And I picked up like 1, 2 things from school too. Just being in like my vocal class. How like posture and all these different sort of etiquettes and the way that you're supposed to position yourself as a singer. But 2019 was when I actually decided to pursue music as a career. But I've always been a professional singer.
You sound like you were groomed all the way up.
I've been singing in church from I was like 6 years old. From my mom could hear that I could sing. Yeah. That was it. I'm singing in church. Yeah. That's what I'm doing.
Oh, was she big in the church too, or?
My mom was a Christian, yes, but I wouldn't say she was big in the church as in like she had a position. She was just somebody who was a devout
Christian. Yeah. Okay, nice. And
she's very low key.
Yeah. She's supportive of the music as well.
Yeah.
I get it. But maybe that will change one day.
Exactly.
Right.
But I mean, I'm not like super hopeful. I'm just gonna stay focused on what I'm
Just
doing.
do you. That's it.
Whatever life happens.
Yeah. I know the feeling. I also write hip hop, right? Like,
yeah.
You probably saw stuff in there, know. And when I was younger, I would play hip hop in the house.
Yeah.
Like Biggie was
I love it.
Right?
Love Biggie.
So whenever I knew mom was coming,
you turn it on.
I got to that.
Yep, I already know those.
So I got to go
ones.
for like the Tribe Called Quest, which is the
chill.
Right. And my mom would tell me all the time, "Stop making noise in my house. I will take your noise outside."
It wasn't even like that for us. When I go to my dad's house, then I listen to my music.
Right.
With him and whatever.
Right.
But when I come home, it's just straight gospel. Marvia Providence,
Yeah.
DJ Nicholas, Donnie McClurkin. However, those people have influenced me as well, so I appreciate them.
Yes.
Like, I don't listen to the gospel music as much,
right.
But I've learned a lot from them. I can't say that they haven't influenced me. That'd be a lie.
Right. Yeah. And that's what makes you a true artist, because you're open to it.
Yeah. I'm 100% open, because I know that in life change happens. Change is the most inevitable thing. Like, you can guarantee it.
Right.
You can bet money on change. You know what I'm saying? So I just try to go with the flow and try to learn from everything and everywhere and everyone.
That's what's up. Mm-hmm. So you made the conscious decision in 2019 to, I guess, go into the studio and start recording, or to pursue music.
Yeah.
Did you have friends pushing you to that?
Yeah. I had somebody that I was dating that actually encouraged me to pursue it. Because I had this one song I wrote from I was 16. I had a few songs, but this one in particular. And I remember I was like, yo, I can sing. Like, I can actually like write and sing and rap and all of this. And he was like, so sing something at me here. And I remember like I was just prolonging it because I was so nervous. I never, like I've sang for people, yes, but I don't know, just putting myself out there like that was unfamiliar, right? But anyways, I eventually did it, and he was, as soon as I started to sing, like 30 seconds, the man locked off the stereo and was like, this is what you're gonna do. Wow. And I'm like, I'm scared, but here I am.
You got comfortable. Mm-hmm. That's good. So, are we working on an EP now, or working on anything?
Right now, I'm working on myself. 2023 was a very good year.
Okay.
So I feel a little tired, so I'm resting.
Oh, you're resting.
I'm not really too quick to make any moves or decisions. I want to make sure that I feel confident in my decisions, and so when I'm tired, I can't necessarily see clear.
Right.
And I'm a person who really works off of my intuition, so I need to be able to hear myself think. Right. So I need to give myself that break, so I can hear myself think, so I can know what my next moves are. I don't want to just make a move. It's like almost like you don't know where you're going, but you're not using a GPS. You're just trying to. Where you end up. See somebody on the road. Oh, do you know how to get? You know what I'm saying? I want to be able to know where I'm going. I want to have intention. I want to have purpose. However, I do have lots of songs. Yeah. How do I want to put them out there is the question. So I think right now I'm deciding how I want to show up in the world. Right. And I don't know. I have this unction to kind of just start over. But I don't want to delete anything. You shouldn't. No, I'm not going to. But I really have this unction inside of me to start over and just rest. And when you come back with a come back with a new style and shot them. You know what I'm saying? Right. I've been doing this now since 2019. Yeah, I'm getting some shows, and yes, I'm doing this. And how do I take myself to the next level? That's what I'm thinking about right now. I'm not in no rush. I'm taking my time. I don't think you should start over. I think I should start over, but I still need to remember everything that I have done and appreciate everything that I have done and be grateful that it has brought me this far. Right. But now I have to decide, how can I take what I've done so far and bring it to the next level. Right. You know what I'm saying? Right. What is the difference between me and somebody who is doing the things that I'm dreaming of doing. You know what I'm saying? What is the difference? What kind of work do I need to do?
Yeah.
And so yeah, that's where I'm at right now. I'm just thinking about myself and how I put myself out there, how I want to be seen. I want to be seen as a superstar.
Right.
However, I'm not there yet.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So now I'm trying to see what steps can I take to get there.
All right. I get what you're saying.
Yeah.
100. But you are so yourself.
I know.
Which makes you unique.
Yeah.
Right?
Mm-hmm.
And I looked at some of the video clips that, Jônelle and I research.
Yeah.
She does a lot of research. She sent me like a whole bunch of clips I had to look at. And I was on the Instagram like the stalker. I actually felt like Jônelle. Jônelle says she has something that she says she's a groupie. I felt like that.
Nice.
Like I was just I don't usually just go through everything, but I had to because it was just you and I, right?
Yeah.
And one thing I could say is like you're out there. Like you're not shy. You're yourself. You're not.
I'm not going to disagree with you, but I feel like there's so much more opening up for me to do.
Of course, and
But I also, like you said, I have to give myself credit for where I'm at now. Because honestly, like to see how I put myself out there from how I started, I'm very impressed by myself.
My girl,
Yeah.
I don't know if you just saw Luciano on the street somewhere and you just started talking to him.
No, like, jerk fest.
Yeah, but you're out there.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah, so. But I also went to school for journalism, so I have those, I have those skills, so I can act pretty well. But I'm just trying to figure out how I can get to Luciano's status. You know what I'm saying? I know I interviewed him, but I want to know how I can be his equal. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
I don't want to be like, yo, Luciano, I want to be like, wow, go on, Luciano.
Yeah, right there.
You know what I'm saying? Yeah. I'm right there with you. That's what I'm trying to see myself as. I don't want to be an upcoming artist for the whole entirety of my career.
Definitely not.
So now I'm just trying to think about how I can take it to the next level. So I need to take a step back, so I can take a huge leap forward. You get me? That's what I'm trying to do.
Nice. So while doing my groupie thing, I noticed that you did a few live performances.
Mm-hmm.
There was one where you had you had the crowd interaction. I can't remember what is it you were telling them to say. But
I tell them to say a lot of things.
Yeah.
I honestly just I don't know. I'm like in a trance when I'm on stage.
Yeah.
And I have the same energy that I would at a track meet.
Right.
Is the same energy I feel on the stage. That
do you see the crowd at all, or do you feel like empowered by the crowd?
Empowered, 100. Like our energies just combine.
Yeah.
And then it's like an electrical surge.
Yeah.
That's how it feels to me. Like I feel it like, when you're in church and they say the Holy Ghost, that's what I feel. Like I feel this same.
On top of the world.
Yeah, that same high energy, that vibe.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, but I've had people that said, they hear the reaction of the crowd, but it's like they did not see a crowd. I'm like, what? Yeah, eyes were closed. It's like.
I feel like that could be, for me, at first, I think that like when I did feel that way, it was nerves.
Yeah.
So I didn't want to see the crowd because I didn't want the crowd to see me.
Right,
so I was very reserved.
Right.
But no, I don't care. Yeah. Business. I want them to see me.
That's what you're there for.
I'm looking at them. I'm looking them in their eyes. Mm-hmm. I want to touch them.
Right.
Yeah. I don't want to hold back no more.
When you tell them to say something and they say and you just feel like
such a good feeling. Right. Like they're singing my songs. Some of them are singing it before I even tell them.
Right. Yeah.
Crazy. I remember even on TikTok, I go on my live stream and I invite somebody to my live and they're like, Uber. And I'm like, I don't even really know these people.
Right,
but they're singing my song and I feel good. Yeah.
So you see why you should not start over?
I think
a break is good.
100%.
And yes, finding whatever it is that you want to do next. Mm-hmm. I agree with that. But starting all over, it's like saying
I feel like
everything.
I feel like I've misrepresented how I feel.
All right.
But those are the only words that I can find that truly articulate the feeling that I have. I do not want to start from zero.
Right.
I can't. I already.
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So it's not me starting from zero, but I definitely need to take a step back.
Right.
So that I can, like I said, make a huge leap forward.
Yeah,
one thing I talk about.
Navigate a different way.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. One thing I talk about on my TikTok all the time is the stock market.
Right.
When a company just comes onto the market, they're at zero, right? Gotcha. And they might go up and they might even have some dips.
Yeah.
But one thing that is consistently the same is growth. They're never at zero. Even if they get close to zero, then you see them shoot up. You know what I'm saying? So I understand that right now I'm at a place where I don't necessarily love, you know what I'm saying? But I'm learning so much about myself. I'm learning so much about how I want to grow, how I want to change, how I want to evolve. And now I'm thinking about how can I implement some of these changes in my career. So I might be taking a step back, but my growth is exponential. You know, so I'm not really worried about it. I know that it's just the ebbs and flow of life.
Yeah. And we all go through this. You know, this ups and downs, right? No matter what it is that we're involved in. But so what do you like best? Recording at the studio or being on the stage?
Definitely being on the stage. Studio recording is something that I'm continuing to master.
Right.
I feel like I haven't mastered the stage yet. I'm still learning. I'm not saying that. I haven't really mastered anything as yet. But
it's just two different feelings.
I'm truly confident in my ability to perform.
Right.
I think sometimes in the studio my overthinking gets in the way because you want it to sound perfect, you know? So even when I do a take and it sounds good, I'll do it over just because I'm like, I think I could do it better.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? And then sometimes that cuts the vibe. You know, excuse me. You end up, overthinking in the studio is probably something that I need to work on the most, but I really do enjoy performing. Like I love to feel the crowd, the energy. Yeah, the live band. Nothing beats a live band.
Oh, I know. Yeah, I know what you mean.
Yeah, nothing beats a live band.
Right.
Yeah.
It's crazy. Do you find like recording this? Well, I mean, recording in the studio can be frustrating, right? And a lot of people like I worked with in the studio. I think they look for perfection in their voice while recording, and not thinking it has to go for the mixing,
mastering, processing,
all this other stuff, right?
Yeah.
So would you say you're one of these people like
definitely.
Like you're trying to hear the finished product right away in your head?
Yeah. Yeah. I can't even lie. That's what it is. I try not to be, but at some points, I am a perfectionist.
Yeah.
But it's in my culture.
Yeah.
You know, our parents raised us very tough. You know what I'm saying? So it is in our nature to want the best and go for the best and have the best outfit and the best hairstyle, the most money, the hottest car. You know what I'm saying? It's in our culture. So I have to just. I'm learning so much about myself. There are things that I have to unlearn so that I could let myself really show. You know, so those are some of the things too. Like,
So who do you look for now as inspiration on, or like what do you listen to now? Some of the artists that you listen to now. Your favorite artist, I guess.
My favorite artist is Chronix. However, I don't listen to as much Chronix now.
As before.
Yeah. Chronix's music really just related to me at that point in time in my life. Right now, I listen to a lot of Lila Ike because she's doing what I want to do.
Right.
So I try to observe her. You know, I observe a lot of people, but especially her because she's literally doing live reggae music all over the world. You know, so I listen to a lot of old school music though, like Paris, Sanchez, Buju, Bounty, Vibes Cartel, especially. Idonia. These are people I mimic in my music. Beanie Man. Yeah. Barrington Levy is probably one of like my top 3 favorites. So,
oh yeah. What? Barrington Levy.
Because shibbly wobbly dibbly, like that's why. The shibbly wobbly dibbly that has me. Who else is doing that? Nobody.
True. Yeah, nobody. And
so that has me.
He's the only person I think throughout his entire career, well, since I knew myself as a child, hearing saying that it could still go on today.
Yeah.
It's crazy, right? Yeah.
He literally has like his own thing. Like you know how Cartel has he has his own thing. That's what that is.
Speaking of Cartel, last night we had a conversation on great writers and in different genres of music, right?
Yeah.
And I was telling somebody like there's been a lot of nice dancehall and reggae artists, like writing wise, and or even performing their own stuff. But to me, I don't know if you'll agree with me on that. You may. I think like Cartel has been the best writer in
100%.
dancehall history.
100%. And that's why I copy him a lot too.
Yeah.
That's why I'm saying a lot of the stuff I listen to is Vibes Cartel because he is great at what he does.
Yeah, he is.
I personally try to mostly listen to great, what
Yeah.
I believe is great to me, So I listen to a lot of Vibes Cartel.
Okay.
No worries.
Sorry.
No worries. But yeah, I try to listen to a lot of Cartel because he is a great writer. He is a great lyricist. He very he thinks deep, and even though sometimes his topics may be shallow, the way he presents them
it's still
is very deep.
Very, very deep.
Because love is a very shallow topic. So many people have done it. So many people have written about it, have their own version and story, but yet we still talk about love.
Of course.
Yeah.
There's just so many
ways to look at it.
Exactly. Yeah. This is incredible, right?
Vibes Cartel is definitely a great.
100%. Definitely. He's one of the artists that I listen to Vibes and I literally just shut off the phone, throw it away. I'm done.
Yeah.
Because of one word or one phrase or whatever it is, like I can't.
Sometimes I'm just like this guy.
Yeah. So we're on the same page. Yeah. But if you're okay, let's take on Cartel out of the equation. If you had a choice to work with any artist, including Lil Ike or even Luciano, who would you want to work with?
All of them.
All of them?
Yeah.
You could only choose one.
I can only choose one? Yeah.
We took out Cartel, so we're trying to make that easier.
Okay.
I knew you were going to say Cartel.
Okay, then I would want to do maybe with Chronics.
Okay.
But I feel like nowadays, collaboration for me looks more so working with a producer. Like I do want to collaborate with artists, but there are some producers that I like really want to work with, especially since producing my own music. Like
like who?
Like Teflon Zinc Fence, like
Big.
Jules.
Big.
Jules is really dope, but he mostly does like Afrobeats, but Steven the Genius.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, but from back in the day, I wanted to work with him. Not Nice. Lots of people.
So you do your own production. What's your production team called? Yeah, team name, like the production name.
Jônelle Music.
Oh, it's okay.
Yeah, man. Me, my MacBook, and Logic, my MIDI keyboard.
And how long have you been producing?
I started. Well, I was actually going through some of the stuff that I was working on, that I've been working on, and it went back to like October 2019.
Okay.
Some of the stuff I started producing on my phone.
Yeah.
And then I moved over to a laptop and then a MIDI keyboard. But I would really say that I made the decision to like go full throttle in 2020 during COVID.
Oh, okay.
I had so much time, so I went on YouTube like every day studying how to produce a song, how to do this, and I would take notes so that I wouldn't have to keep referring back to the videos.
Yeah, that's what I was gonna ask. You say I'm like, how did you start on your phone? Like,
GarageBand. Every iPhone has GarageBand.
My iPhone has GarageBand. I cannot use it to save.
I made a rhythm called Ram Bam on the bus, and I was just playing it like this.
I can't. I do everything on my phone. I do flyers for the show, video, like your video is edited on my phone. Everything.
Yeah.
When it comes to GarageBand on my phone, I can't. But GarageBand on any software, I'm good. But on the phone,
you can do literally everything that you can on the laptop, on your phone, but you just might need to have like the things that can connect.
Like patience, or like patience.
You definitely need patience. But listen, I promise you can record industry quality music on your phone.
Yeah,
you just have to have the right equipment. Like I know that there are people who are on the road. I've watched videos of people who have produced hit songs in their car on their phone. So you just have to have the right equipment. Like for my MIDI keyboard, I had this adapter where I could plug it in to the phone.
Right.
And it was like USB to Lightning or something like that.
Okay.
And then it would pick it up and it would connect, and you could do the same thing with a microphone. The only thing is you would have to do everything one by one.
Right. Yeah.
But so.
I wouldn't know where to start, to be honest.
Yeah, I didn't know where to start, but YouTube helped
Yeah.
Give me some direction.
Yeah. I think I need to start with patience. Yeah, that's where I need to start because I will crack the phone. I started not on this iPhone, but the other one. I went on GarageBand. I did some drumming thing, and I frustrated myself. And that was when I first got the phone. So that would have been, I don't know, 8 years ago.
But there's also loops and stuff that you can use in GarageBand that help it to become a little more easier. I started with the loops, maybe produced like 1 and 2 beats with the loops, and then after that I was like, I need more room to do what I want. So I started to try to learn how to do it on my own. Then I discovered MIDI keyboards and stuff like that. My uncle, he shipped over a drum pad for me. So I was using that for a bit. Just a lot of different things,
Nice.
But it's time. It takes time.
Yeah, of course.
I'm still learning. I have not arrived. I am still on my way.
And I guess learning to play instruments or even reading music.
Definitely helps. Definitely helps 100%. Because some things, like you learn timing, you learn pitch, you learn all of that stuff, and you can literally look at it on Logic, and you can see the timing, you can see the pitch, the key the song is in. So like it makes sense. I might not know what every button does, but like I can look at it and say, okay, I see that this is the timing. The song is in this key. You know what I'm saying? So I could see all of that, and then everything else I would have to like YouTube or Google, like how does the compressor work, or how to record my own vocals. And then when I first started recording, there was lots of latency. So I had to discover how to fix the latency. Then you just start learning different things as you start doing it.
That is true. That is true. So would you say you're comfortable enough to produce for somebody?
100%, but I feel like I wouldn't do that right now.
Why not?
I wouldn't do it right now. I would have to.
So let's say, I don't know, there's this Chronics, for example. As mediocre as you may think you are, or whatever. Chronics, here's a thing of indigo, yo, I want you to produce something.
I would produce it 100%. I'm never going to turn down money unless it's like something that just completely doesn't align with me. But I would not sit there and play it on my keyboard. I would get some musicians to play for me. But I would definitely produce
it.
100%.
Nice. And do you produce different genres, or is just...
That's why I was saying, like, my music to me doesn't sound like only reggae.
It
sounds like a little bit of hip hop. It sounds like this, that.
And you know what? Like, you're saying this, like, I could so relate because I'm just, everything for me is music too, right? Like, I mean, I DJ, everything, right? And I get it. When you sit there and you cannot label your music as one thing. Because for me, even when sometimes I'm producing, I listen, because I'm a DJ, I listen to like a lot of soca, a lot of calypso, like just everything. My main thing is hip hop. Always been, right? But I'm influenced by everything else. So when it comes to me producing the hip hop, sometimes I'm like, I swear this thing sounds like some calypso.
Something else. I even have a soca song, but like I wouldn't even say it's like authentic soca. When you hear it, you would be like, oh, that's soca. Because the influence is there. But I don't know, that's just me.
It's just music.
It's just music, you know? That's how it came out. I heard it. That's what I heard on rhythm. So
I like what you said earlier about people, I let people label it. Right? And just be an artist.
Just put it out there. People want to put you in a category, in a box though.
Oh yeah, period. No matter what. They always find a box to put you in. Right? And if they can't find one, they'll create one. I don't like it either. I'm the type.
Boxes that doesn't have enough room for me. I need some wolf to move around.
Outside the box don't even have much room.
That's what I'm saying. So it's crazy. But I'll just work with it for now. I do think that it is very important to focus on one thing at a time. So I don't mind focusing on reggae music right now. I'm good at it. When it comes to reggae music, like that's what I love the most. I'm not gonna lie. But I don't only sing reggae music.
You love music.
I love music.
And the inspirations around you, like with your uncles and your dad.
And even living in Vancouver, I played with a band called Rebel Stoke. And it's a reggae band. And the other day we had a show and we introduced the band to Paint It Black. that rock and roll song.
Oh yeah.
And then we came in with my rhythm, like we just counted it in.
Right.
Boom, boom,
Right
boom.
in there.
Right in. It was sick. Because you have to know your demographic. Like there's a lot of people in Vancouver that yes, you'll find a little small reggae community, but for the most part, they're gonna love their rock and roll.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
So when you combine, we even did Michael Jackson on like a ska rhythm.
Oh yeah. Yeah.
It was sick. I love that. You know what I'm saying?
That's the way.
That's the way.
Yeah.
It's such a vibe. But I do love the authentic reggae music. It's just it's a feeling.
Yeah.
And if you get it, you just get it.
Yeah. But even I don't feel like, I think the authentic reggae music we have,
it's not even authentic.
No, like I think authentic stuff is like
Back
of the
day.
90s and beyond.
Yeah, 100%. The reggae music these days sounds a lot similar to what I do. So it's like a fusion.
Yeah.
Like a lot like hip hop or whatever.
Yeah.
But I just feel like my productions are a work in progress. Some of these people, they've been doing it for a long time.
Yeah.
You know, so.
Yeah. Would you say like, it's a weird question. Would you say music is kind of watered down, like compared to what your uncle was playing in your head?
I feel like when you grow up, some things just kind of lose their value, and it's not that it's necessarily watered down. It may have changed, and just to us, there's no interest in what these younger people are talking about. However, when we were young, they used to say that our music is garbage, but we loved it, right? So it's just changed. Either you get with it or you get lost.
That is true. No matter what generation comes, the parents always, seem to have some type of issue with the new generation and what they listen to.
Because it's not what they're listening to.
Right. But it's a funny thing. Like I remember I told you I would listen to Biggie in the house, and my mom comes up to me.
Yeah, but Biggie's dope.
Yeah, but not to my mom.
Not to them.
Right?
Because it's new.
Yeah.
It's changed.
So one day, I influenced my sister a lot. So my sister's sitting there and she's listening to old Tribe Called Quest song, and my mom is like, "I like this song." What do you mean you like this song? I need a apple bomb. You gotta get me on whatever. It's an old song, right? And I'm like, and then after a while, like this is years after, I'm talking to my mom, and my mom is like, music is not the same, and she mentioned like Tupac and whatever, and I'm like,
but how come when I was listening to it?
I used to play that in the house. I used to have run and pull out that CD, and she's like, the topics has changed, and I'm like, that's kind of weird because you never liked it when I was listening to it, but I guess after time, like I'll use this word, I think music is watered down after, like, as far as educating and uplifting
subject matter.
Yeah, subject matter, right?
Everybody's just talking about sex and drugs.
Yeah.
And money.
Yeah.
And it's almost a competition as who can be the nastiest.
Yeah.
Who can be the darkest, the most evil and mad, and angry. But I just try to focus on the positive because honestly, if we are gonna be honest, sometimes life sucks.
Yeah.
And these are the things that help give life some joy.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So why would I create music that's gonna make me feel angry?
Right.
If life is already you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So I'm singing music that uplifts me.
Right.
Like the music I make is for me.
Right.
It's for me to refer to when I have a low day. You know what I'm saying? That I can listen to one of my songs and feel uplifted. And hopefully when I put it out there, somebody has the same reaction or they appreciate it the same way.
Right.
I don't know. I don't want to say that it's diluted and watered down because there were some songs from back in the day.
Oh yeah.
That were pretty out there.
Died down.
So I don't wanna rain on anybody's parade.
Right.
I feel like when I was a kid, I did very childish things. But now that I'm a big woman, I'm an adult. I don't do those childish things anymore, and I feel like they'll grow up and they'll probably want to change their whole image, like Miley Cyrus. You know what I'm saying? No, for real, because remember Miley Cyrus just came out with a song the other day that said, "You said I'm this and you said I'm that," but I just said I was young.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And so yeah, some of these young kids they'll learn.
Yeah.
I'm not gonna put them down. I don't want to stunt anybody's growth.
True.
Yeah.
True.
But I'm not interested in any of it. I won't lie to you.
Yeah.
But I won't say that it's diluted and watered down.
Right.
I'm not interested.
Yeah, I kind of noticed that when I asked her, what do you listen to? And then you went back.
I don't, like, I couldn't even tell you what the newest song is. I don't know.
Yeah.
I'm not listening to it. I don't know.
I'll be fair. I actually started listening to a lot of new artists just to make my own, make my judgments that much clearer instead of, just saying, somebody saying, this kid's nowadays, and yeah, they all watered down. There's a lot, I keep using the word watered down, but
Yeah.
I guess I can and you can't.
Yeah, I won't. That's okay if you do. That's your opinion, right?
Yeah.
But I think for me, what was I gonna say? My bad.
No.
I forgot what I was gonna say.
That's cool. No, but for me, it's watered down. But there's a lot of artists, new artists,
Yeah.
that I listen to, and I'm like,
Yeah,
Skilly Bang. I listen to Skilly Bang.
Yeah.
I love
and they're dope.
Yeah.
But see, like, that's why I try now. Now, like, see, this is where I'm at a place where I'm like, no, I have to listen to new music so that I continue, so that I can continue to be inspired. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
So, yeah, that's why now I have been listening to newer music because I want to know what's trending.
Right.
Go on trend too. I don't want to just be in the background.
Yeah.
I want to trend.
Right.
So I need to know what's in style, what's hip. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
But what I'm taking in is nothing like that. Like,
Right.
I'll listen to that just so I can hear what's out there,
Right.
so that I'm not living under a rock.
Mm-hmm.
But my flavor, my taste in music is coming from the old school days.
This is us, yes. Nice.
Even the music that I make, like Uber was inspired by the taxi rhythm.
Right.
But because we don't take taxi again, I just call it Uber.
I like that.
So yeah, I just call it Uber.
That's what's up. I like that.
And I always had a vision of myself doing like a multi-song rhythm.
Right.
But however, I don't have any other artists on the rhythm. It's just me. So, but I have 2 songs on the same rhythm.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? So I produced the rhythm and put out 2 songs, and they both have 2 different vibes, but they're both a vibe. And yeah, I just call it the Uber rhythm.
That's what's up.
Mm-hmm.
Probably should try to get some more artists on that.
Yeah, it should, eh?
Yeah.
Yeah. It's a vibe. It's a big rhythm.
Of course. So, any videos that we can look out for? Music videos? I mean, not live or anything?
Yeah, of course you can expect some music videos from me. I'm always on TikTok.
Yeah.
I don't want to put too much out there because, like, right now I'm still figuring things out.
Right.
But definitely you can expect new music in the new year.
Right.
New music videos. And I'm in transition, so wherever I end up, you know what I'm saying, you'll get visuals from wherever I'm at.
Nice.
But yeah, like I said, I have enough music.
Right.
I have music that's not even reggae.
Right.
That needs to drop.
Yeah. So, I think while you take that break and
Mhm.
try to, revamp, and
Mhm.
I think you should put out some of this music. I'm just saying.
I'm going to.
Yeah.
I have some songs that are finished.
Right.
But I don't want. I will. Don't worry.
Yeah.
I'm not gonna sit down on myself for too long.
Right.
I'm like right here.
Yeah. Ready to jump, but not sure.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
I'm like, I'm just about to get out my seat.
Yeah.
So I've been sitting down for a while now, and I'm just right here. But I soon get up. Don't worry.
Nice. Yeah. Well, one thing I tell anybody that sits here with us, and they're sitting on the old stuff. I would say, for the artists, it will be old because.
But to them, it's new.
It's new.
You know how long I had Uber? You know how long I had? The only song that I could say I produced recently is probably Mood.
Right.
And Tonight. Those 2 songs. But the other songs that are on my page, I produced them not that. And Don't Deserve Me was produced on my phone. So that was in 2019.
There you go.
Yeah.
And as far as old as Uber is, look how everybody's gravitating to it.
That's what I'm saying.
So that's what I'm saying. There's no reason to start over.
I'm not. Thank you for that. I feel like the way I articulated myself wasn't the way how
Yeah, I know.
Yeah,
I know.
I'm not
The
really
word,
starting over, but
the wording was just wrong.
I'm looking at my plan and I'm going over my plan and I'm seeing how I can change it up. So, but the mission is not changed. The plan is to win.
Yeah,
and that will never change.
Yeah.
But maybe I have to say, okay, this person who was on the court, let's sit down for a little bit and
Yeah.
somebody else come in and
Yeah.
take. You know what I'm saying? I have to make some different moves right now.
Yeah.
So that's where I'm at when I say.
Yeah. Starting over. All right. Right. No.
Switching up the game plan.
Right. No, that is clear.
That's clear. I'm not starting over.
Right. So are you moving back to the city and you intrinsic?
Well, I'm in the city right now.
Right.
I'm in the city right now.
Okay. So
I'm gonna be moving to Jamaica.
Oh yeah? Nice. Smart decision. I wish I could just up in
Canada's not for me. The cold is not for me. You know what I'm saying?
Not for a lot of us, mate.
And I feel like I can live anywhere since I make money on the go.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? I can live anywhere I want.
Yeah.
So I'm gonna do what I always wanted to do with that.
That's what's up. Mm-hmm. You've been there a few times?
Yeah.
Yeah? Work with anybody over there?
Well, Don't Deserve Me was recorded in Clarendon.
Okay.
So I got to work at a studio there. However, I have like a 1-2 people that I know. You know what I'm saying?
Okay.
But I don't really. I have to go there and make real connections.
Yeah.
So yeah. That's what I want to do.
Make it happen, girl. It will happen. It will happen. Because I'm telling you, if you guys haven't checked her out, go on her Instagram, Facebook, wherever you can find her, and just trust me, you're far from shy. So this for you, I see it happening.
Yeah.
Because you don't look like the type of person to be like, oh my God, that's Jay-Z over there. I probably should just hide in.
No, I'll definitely go and shake his hand. Right. I'm not afraid.
Right.
Because I see myself
as.
I don't feel like I'm any different. I see myself as equal.
Nice.
But I'm not there yet. Right. So now I'm just staying humble, feeling the ground under my feet, and figuring out how I can. Nice. Yeah.
That's what's up. Mm-hmm. So, tell the people where they could find your music right now, like your current stuff you got out.
You can find me anywhere you like to listen to music. I'm on Spotify, Apple, YouTube. I usually post my music on my page, unless it's like a collaboration of some sorts, and I can't. But if I ask permission, then it's okay. Anyways, but yeah, you can find me anywhere you like to listen to music. Tidal, Apple, Spotify, YouTube, Instagram, TikTok, and you can find me on my socials at _I am Jônelle.
I noticed you spell your name. Well, the O has a
accent circumflex. Yeah. That's how if I show you my birth certificate, that's how
it's on there.
Yeah. That's my name.
Like, yeah, because when the flyer was done, she was like, "Oh, we gotta fix something." I'm like, what? What happened to the name? I'm like, what's wrong with the name? We gotta put an accent. I'm like, what do you mean? You gotta put an accent?
Yeah, that's my name. And there's also other Jônelles out there. There are other Janelles out there.
Yeah.
This is what distinguishes me. So I like that. This is actually my name. So I just work with it.
Nice. Yeah. So there's no like.
It's French, but my parents are Jamaican. So
that's what threw me off.
Yeah.
Like,
but I do speak French though.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
I'm supposed to be French, right?
Really? That's what happened. You're supposed to be. What happened? You changed your mind.
I have the last name.
You changed your
but
mind.
It looked like you took the language.
What can I say?
I didn't even the spelling of your name.
Yeah.
Yeah. All right. Well, my real last name is Blanc.
Okay, nice.
Yeah, supposed to be French. So.
Yeah, it is French.
Yeah, that's probably the most you get from me, though. And we and maybe 2 other words.
Yeah. Okay.
Oh man! All right, so you guys can follow Jônelle on Instagram, Spotify, TikTok. Mm-hmm. Anything else?
YouTube.
Mm-hmm. All right. You want to big up anybody or shout out to anybody, your team or anything like that?
Yeah, you can shout out my team, David, Keisha. You know what I'm saying? But honestly, I just want to shout out myself. I always try to shout myself out. Just because I work really hard and I deserve the credit. So
shout out yourself,
I just want to give myself a huge shout out because it really does. And like to anybody who's pursuing music or any dream of theirs, honestly, shout out to you, shout out to me, because it is not easy.
Yeah.
It is not easy to put yourself out there. Yeah. So yeah, big up to me.
You know, I like that. I actually like that.
Yeah.
Like some people might actually read that wrong, but I actually like that.
But we always big up everybody else, and we always put ourselves last.
That is
I don't want to put myself. I am my top priority. I have learned this in life. Any love that I want, I have to give it to myself first.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Right. So I try. That's what I'm saying. I'm taking a step back to work on myself. You know what I'm saying? Because I am my number one priority, and I have to be good. You know what I'm saying? So I have to big up myself. I have to.
I like that, and I'm actually gonna take a page in your book and start bigging up myself.
Yeah.
On Dissect, so you guys can see I'm considered.
That's your business.
Do it. Yes,
Exactly.
I actually like that because a lot of us work hard, and I can speak for Dissect team. Like you met two of Dissect members. Like there's more, right? And we all work hard.
Yeah.
And you know, I mean, we give each other credit, but nobody really credits themselves.
Exactly.
So yeah, I'm gonna
shout
do
out
that.
to you.
Yeah.
Yeah. Thanks for having me.
Yeah. Thanks for coming.
Yeah.
Definitely. So we know you're taking a break, but we're gonna look for your music.
It's gonna be a short intermission. How about that?
That sounds better.
Yeah, short intermission.
That sounds better. You know, find yourself, walk by the lake, write your songs.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
You know, those type of things. I like that. So thank you for joining us.
Thank you.
And this was inspiring.
Yeah, thanks. Oh.
Yeah, I'm actually gonna use that. So I'm sorry.
Nice. I'm happy.
Yeah. So again, do apologize for the show starting late. We do have a snowstorm going on out here. I'm not sad about it, to be quite honest. I was kind of worried. I'm like, yo, we need snow. Not that I like it, but we need it. The animals need it. We need it for food. It's needed. So, you know, that's the reason why we're late today. Snowstorm and all that. So hopefully next week we'll be right on time. Jewel will be back in the studio, and we can bring you another episode of Dissect. Gotta thank our special guest Jônelle for coming. She knows more French than I do. So we'll see you guys next week, right back here on TDN TV, Roku TV, or wherever you are looking at Dissect. You guys have a blessed week and a blessed weekend. And look for Jônelle, stream. Okay? She has an accent over the O, so support. We'll see you guys next week. Blessed week.
So I'm Janine Zabi across.
I'm Jônelle Zabi. And when Zabi shrinks up, this is what you need time to get inside and ready to come.
Are you, Jewel? You know I'm hidden talents that you're not talking about.
Let's get to the bar. In the bar,
yeah.